person goes into the boss in the supplicant position and asks, may I please do that? We're always asking for permission, sort of the good girl thing. You need to get empowered. I want you to consider the new rule. Proceed until apprehended. Be courageous. Be brave. Go do it. Ask for forgiveness. Don't ask for permission. Be empowered. That's how management looks at us. That's when we get noticed because we're out there doing it. We're not afraid to go ahead and do it. So we realized from our own coaching, and at this point we've coached over 1,000 women and we've talked to over 7,000 executives about those women. We have that data. We knew this was an important theme for women. And in today's world, with meetings being so important, we thought, let's dig into it a little bit. So we did some research. We talked in person to 65 executives, men and women, and we asked questions about when were you at your best in a meeting? When were you at your worst in a meeting? What do you see women struggling with? What's your advice for women? Have you ever gotten feedback about how you do in meetings? Those were the questions we asked. And that was TIAA Kraft, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Time Warner, Booz Allen, Deloitte, all of our clients, right? Then we did some surveys at McDonald's, P&G, and Walmart. We did over 200 surveys asking the same questions. And then we pulled it all together. And that's what the Harvard Business Review article is based on, and that's what I'm going to talk about today, how that research came out.
Mary Davis Holt lives what she's passionate about every day, developing and coaching women for senior leadership roles and responsibilities. As a result of her 30-year corporate career at Time Warner, including her last post as the Senior Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Time Life, Mary experienced the same challenges facing many of today's executive women. Mary thrives on using her knowledge and experiences to help other women leaders move forward faster. Mary is a sought-after national speaker, providing audiences with practical, actionable strategies to maximize leadership success.
People like their leaders to be calm and consistent. Because if you're out of control, what's going on? Maybe I ought to be nervous. Something's going on here and I better be nervous. I use the picture of the swan is paddling as fast as they can underneath the water, but on top, they're gliding. You should be seen as the gliding swan. I don't need to know how fast you're paddling, and neither does anybody who works for you. We women love to talk about how tired we are, how busy we are. Look at my to-do list. I have 100 emails awaiting me. I owe somebody a birthday gift. I'm as bad as this, my family who's here would tell you. I'm as bad as being overwhelmed as anybody sitting in here. It is boring to hear me go on and on about that. You want to know I've got my life under control. And if you work for me, you really want to know I have my life under control, whether it's at work or at home. Be a great observer of your organization. First, just be an observer. Do you know how the place works? Do you know how people get promoted? Do you understand how decisions are made? Are decisions made in the meeting or the meeting before the meeting? Because if you're not in the meeting before the meeting, then you won't be part of the decision-making process. So do you know the written rules and the unwritten rules? Because often the unwritten rules are more important than the written rules. So to understand how it works, who are the power players? Why are they the power players? What does senior management look like? Is this something I think I could do? So you need to understand. And the first day when I walked into Time Warner, I met Linda. Linda remains my dear, dear friend. Linda was the most politically savvy person I've ever met in my life. She was never wrong. She always read the tea leaves correctly. We'd go on a meeting, come out, and I'd look at Linda and say, I don't even know what went on in there. What was he said that, what happened? She'd say, come in my office, and she'd tell me exactly what happened, and she was always right. So if you don't think you're a good observer or you don't understand this whole thing very well, find a Linda, find a Larry, find somebody who can help and advise you. Because if you want to get into leadership, if you want to run something, you've got to understand the unwritten rules.
In addition to prominent coverage in Harvard Business Review, Mary's work has been featured in such media outlets as CNN, NPR, USA Today, Financial Times, Investors.com, and TrainingMac.com, often showcasing research which supports a vision that propels Mary forward every day to see at least 30% women leaders at senior levels of corporate America within the next 10 years.
So I want to challenge you today, men and women, get comfortable with power. Step into your power. Figure out what you look like as a powerful person and that you can live with yourself and feel comfortable with yourself. I don't want you to become somebody you aren't. And I don't want you to go overboard. But I want you to think about, what do you look like when you're being personally powerful? I want you to believe in the beauty of your career dreams. I want you to have it. I want you to be one of my 30% because I know corporate America will be a better place with more women. So please be one of my women. Thank you.